Dollar Tree has got so many options for canvases these days. Hey Bestie, it's Lisa. Welcome or welcome back. I'm going to show you 4 different ideas of what you can do with these Dollar Tree canvases. Found this very large rectangular canvas at the Dollar Tree. It came 2 for $5. It was actually in Dollar Tree Plus. That's a great deal for 2 really large ones. And then I've got a bunch of scrapbook paper that was already in my stash, and I'm going to pick some pages that I think are really nice. And what I'm trying to do is get several that are lighter and a few that are darker. And I only want a couple that are darker because it's going to add to the design that I'm doing. We're going to create some little triangular tiles by cutting them. First, I'm going to get rid of the edge on each of these because it shows lines before you could tear them off. So I'm just going to cut all of that off so that I'm only working with pieces that are the pattern on the page. And then I'm going to take it in my paper cutter. I'm just going to cut random triangular shapes of different sizes and just play with it. Do whatever shapes or sizes you want. I like triangles. I think it looked really cool and they're easy to place, and it just made the design look really good. It's almost like creating a mosaic with scrapbook paper on a canvas. So a lot of people do this with tiles. I don't have a tile cutter, so I thought I would try this with paper. So now I'm just going to start randomly placing. This is really a personal decision how you want to place them. And I wanted to do the lighter ones first since I have more of those. And then I'm going to start adding in the darker ones like as an accent. And again, I do rearrange this. This is like a dry fitting. I'm just putting it on there to get a sense of how I want it to look. You could just start gluing them right away if you wanted, but I thought I want to get an idea of how I'm going to do this. And then I tried taking them off and I ended up having to basically do the whole thing over. But I'm not sorry that I did this first because it just showed me what I wanted to do. If you already know, then go right ahead and do it. I like to see things sometimes and then just go from there. So here I'm showing you a different angle of all the papers cut out on the canvas. And then I'm going to take Mod Podge and I'm going to very slowly start placing them. I'm going to put the Mod Podge directly on the canvas first and then lay down the little triangles. I started by leaving them on there. I thought I would just pick them up individually, and that actually didn't work as well as I thought it would. Maybe if I had been a little slower in doing it, I tend to move quickly. So I think if you're a more patient person and you don't mind doing this, you could keep the exact design that you figured out. But like I said, I got a little bit impatient about it, and then I started moving things around with my brush by accident. Finally, I just took them off and I started basically just gluing them back on wherever I wanted. Anyway, this is something you can do any way you want. I am going to cover the entire top with more Mod Podge to seal it in. And I did do 2 coats of that because I really want to make sure none of the little corners come up. I think this came out so cute. I really love it. You'll have to let me know what you think. I'm going to take another one of those large canvases from Dollar Tree Plus, and then I've got 3 of these little mini crate pieces from the Crafter Square at Dollar Tree. And then I've got these napkins, and honestly, I think I got them at Dollar Tree. It's been a while, so I may be wrong about that. Anyway, I think they're beautiful. They have a really nice texture. I'm going to take a little piece of masking tape, just a little tip, put it in the corner, and it separates the plies so quick and easy. I used to struggle with this, and now I just use tape, and that's it. Anyway, this was only a 2-ply, so I only needed to take off 1 piece. And I could have put that whole piece on when I decided what I was next going to do, but at the time I thought I was just going to do it around the 2 sides, so that's why I'm cutting and ripping it. Otherwise, that 1 piece would have been perfect to put over the entire canvas. If you're going to make what I made, then you could just do that. Anyway, I'm going to use some Mod Podge, lay it down, and I'm going to start attaching the napkin on there on both sides, and then I'll take the 3rd piece and do the middle. It was an afterthought, as I said, because I liked it so much. I thought, oh, I want the whole thing to have the napkin on it. I thought that was such a pretty look. So once I get them on there, I will also do a coat over the top to seal it. I do like to do that. It also helps you get rid of any bubbles or wrinkles when you do that. Another trick is you could take a piece of parchment paper and iron over the top when the bottom dries, and that will also make it very, very flat. So I didn't want to do that because this was canvas and it's like hollow under the frame in the center part of it. So I didn't want to take a risk of it, kind of getting out of shape. And it's funny how it ended up matching pretty nicely on there, even though they weren't the same pieces in order since it was an afterthought. I think it's just the way the pattern is with all those leaves. It really helps make this blend. So depending on your pattern is, whether you could cut it up or you'd have to use the whole thing. And now while it's almost dry, I waited till it was almost dry. I'm just going to kind of rip around the edges. I like that little rough look. I'm going to take the first of the little crate pieces. I'm going to hot glue them right down. The first one's going to be just higher than the middle. And then I'm going to put one above and one below. And I'm only putting glue on the part that's going to actually touch the canvas. I thought this was a really cool thing to mix the wood with the pattern on the canvas. I really like that look. So once that dried, I turned it over and I just kind of pushed down to make sure it was nice and secure. I've got these 3 succulents from Dollar Tree. I took them out of a little planter container, cut off the ends so they were more flat, and I'm just going to hot glue them in the middle groove on each of those little crate pieces. I think that this turned out gorgeous. Here's a side view so that you can see how it looks, how much it's sticking up. And that was all there was to it. You can already hang it because the canvas already has a way to be hung. And I thought this was quick, easy, and what a beautiful piece of decor. Let me know what you think. I've got a slightly smaller rectangular canvas from Dollar Tree. I believe it was $3 in the Dollar Tree Plus section. And I've got these doilies also from Dollar Tree, and they come with various sizes. So I'm just going to take 2 larger ones. Well, one is larger than the other, and then a smaller one, I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm going to come up with a plan for how I want to lay them onto the canvas. And then I'm just going to put some Mod Podge on there, cover the entire canvas with the Mod Podge, and then place the doilies right on top. And I'm going to put them in that little pattern that I had determined ahead of time. That way I won't have to move them around while everything is wet. So there's the first piece, and I'm just going to rub it with my fingers because there's little holes in the paper doily. I don't want to roll a brayer over it. It'll get very sticky. So I just use my fingers. It washes off very easily. And now I'm going to add those 2 little pieces that I cut to the sides. I love that look. I think it's so pretty. Now, if you wanted to, you could just cover this with Mod Podge and be done right there. I did want to add a little bit of neutral type color. Now, I decided to go ahead and put the Mod Podge over first, and I noticed that a couple of the doilies kind of bubbled up a little bit, which was unfortunate. But then I decided, if I push down a little harder, I might be able to get rid of some of it, which I think I did. First one, I'm going to water down my cashew because it was ready to be thrown away, so I thought I'd just get a little bit out of it, what's left. And I'm going to do a very light color. Then I'm going to take the cashew and just by itself with a little less water and just, kind of make it darker. So the first one was super light. Then I'm going to take the cashew pure without any water in it and just go on that. So what I was trying to get was 3 different shades. I'm not too fond of the lighter one, so I go back and change that one. Now I'm going to take the plaster and I'm going to do the last doily with that. I do like that because it's just a little different than the white on the canvas itself. It's got just it's not a beige, but it's like an off-white, if you will. So it still stands out. You can see it. And then I decided to add that same plaster over the one that I had watered down because it just didn't look as good as I thought it should. So I made that one the plaster too, and I like it better now. I like the combination. I'm going to go around the edges and just paint them with the cashew. That gives a little bit of an accent there, and I did it on all 4 sides. This was so easy, and I really, really love how it turned out. You can see on the edges there how that is. Now I'm going to take some polyacrylic by Minwax and I'm just going to put it over the entire thing to seal it and give it a little bit more of a shine because it looked a little dull after I painted each of the doilies. And this kind of just gives it that nice finished look. I really think it turned out beautiful. I was very happy with it. Just a nice little abstract piece. If you're into neutrals, you could do this with any colors you want, but I was very happy to do it with the neutrals, and I think it turned out beautiful. Let me know what you think of this one. Cute little paint set with a canvas for $5 in Dollar Tree Plus. And look at all the different colors it comes with and some paintbrushes as well. Now, I need to tell you right off the bat, I see these videos all the time where they put these dots of paint and then they start brushing and creating really cool things. Okay, I don't know why I thought I could just do that without any training or anything. But for those of you who are adventurous and like to do that, that's what I did. I just thought I'll play with it and see what happens. So this is one of those where I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to make. I did decide to do like grass and sky kind of a thing because of the blue and green. I also need to tell you, I am not an artist. I know some of you have been so kind and said that you thought I was very artistic. Well, maybe I'm artistic, but I'm not an artist. So unless I'm looking at an actual picture, which is what I probably should have done, I don't paint or draw as well. So here I am trying to make a sunflower. Well, honestly, it started off as a sun, full disclosure, and that didn't look so good. So then I thought I'll turn it into like a sunflower. Anyway, those are supposed to be the seeds inside the flower, in case you're wondering, because I know I'd probably be wondering. I'm doing this almost like I think I'm artistic enough to paint like this. I just wanted to experiment. What I want to tell you is that you can do whatever you want. Even if you're not great at it, go for it. Don't let that stop you from trying new things. You know, those of us who are over 50, over 60, sometimes we lose some of our confidence and we forget, that we can do whatever we set our minds to. And the outcome isn't what's as important as the doing. So that's what I wanted to share mostly with this picture is that if you want to paint, paint. Who cares what it looks like? You don't have to sell them. You don't have to hang them on the wall. That's my little palette over there. There's all the paint and the paintbrushes. I was going back and forth and back and forth. So I kind of just wanted to show you the process here. And I was making my cute little flowers and, just trying to be creative with them. Again, I'm not going to sell this. I'm not even going to hang this up in my house. I did this for me, for fun, just to do something new that I have not really done. And now I'm making some different kind of flowers. I think I made these up. I don't even think these flowers truly exist. And then I thought I'd make some little grass, blades. And I thought, okay, that kind of looked good. I probably needed a finer brush. But again, I'm experimenting. I'm trying something new. I'm challenging myself, pushing myself out of my comfort zone. That mattered more to me than how this looked. Like I said, you're never going to see this painting in a gallery or anywhere. Actually, it's going to be just somewhere. I might even paint over it and do something else so I don't waste the canvas. Anyway, now I'm going to make some clouds, just playing around, and all of a sudden they don't look like clouds. So then I have to add more and try to make them look like clouds. So I was playing with adding more blue, adding more white, whatever. Just have fun, be creative. Creativity doesn't mean perfection. Creativity just means you're letting something creative in you come out, whatever the outcome. So that's my point here. And I'll let you just watch the last of this little creation happening here. Oh, and I do create a little bumblebee and a butterfly. I thought that would be kind of fun to make. Let me know in the comments what you want to try but you've been afraid to, and I will try to encourage you and let everyone else, let's encourage each other to try new things. And of course, I'm going to sign my name. I had fun doing it. That's all that really matters. It really was a fun thing to do. Will you try something like this? Let me know for sure. Or whatever it is that you've been dying to try and you just haven't yet. I really want to encourage you. Go for it. Ready for more inspiration? Here's another video I think you'll really like. If you click on it, I will see you there. You are truly a blessing to me. Bye!